What's going on? Welcome back to Real World Tool Reviews. And this is a tool review channel. And because of that, because of the success that we've had, I've been fortunate enough to get lots of offers, of free this and free that. And I turned down 95% of those things because I don't think they're good for the channel. But every once in a while, I will take something for free. And here is something that I took for free because I just think it's cool. I'm not the only person to have gotten this recently, I guess. I saw the Last Best Tool guy. He did a video on this recently. I've let this sit for a few days and messed with it for a few days before I made my video about it, but they're cool. Now, what they are is 711L is the name of this company. I'll have their Amazon link in the description. They make small little EDC tools, or what they really are is like bicycle tools, like for working on bicycles. And they have invented this thing. So I got this email, and it was a nice email from a person that said, hey, we are a group of engineers from Taiwan. We make tools in Taiwan. We've seen your channel. We think that you might be interested in these tools. And they gave me a link to this Lollipop tool. That's what this thing's called. And a lot of times I won't even write people back. But this one looked cool, and so I wrote them back and said, hey, I think it's cool. I'd like to try it out. It's a neat looking product. And they said, okay, well, we'd be glad to send it to you, and give us your address. I gave them the address, and they sent it to me. No questions other than that. Didn't have any special stipulations or anything. And that's the only way I'll take anything, is under those circumstances. Nothing special. We don't need to talk about any stipulations or whatever. So they just sent me this stuff, and it's really neat. So look at that. They even put the name of the channel on it. Real World Tool Reviews. It comes on this little carousel of bits. And this is just neat to keep in the shop. They give you these nice little color-coded bits. But what this thing is a little kind of spinner screwdriver with a very strong magnet. Very strong. I mean, we'll do the test that we always do. I mean, look how, this is a strong freaking magnet. One of the strongest I've ever tested. They put a real strong neodymium magnet or whatever. But, you're working on a bike. Stuff like this is nice. And then, this is a beautiful design right here. Comes out like this, and it turns it into a little half a T-handle. Give you that little extra torque to torque something down or break something loose. And if you're working on a bicycle or something, it's great. And really, just to throw it in your little, some people have EDC kits or something. That's a big thing on YouTube and stuff that I've seen is EDC stuff. But this is a neat little tool to have, maybe in your, briefcase or something. That's what I'm going to put in. I'm going to put one in my briefcase. But this one's going to live on my shop bench. 711L, a very beautiful design. This is a light aluminum one. But the coolest one, and these containers they come in are super cool too. The coolest one right here, this is my favorite. They put my name on this one too. Made the little YouTube symbol. Wasn't that nice of them? But this one's brass. It's a little bit heavier. And man, it's really sweet. I like it a lot. And it's the same kind of thing. The design, this ball design that's in here, it makes it to where it spins and moves. It's just a really amazingly machined tool. It's beautiful. I mean, these are really something else. It's like something that I've never seen before. Now, apparently, these bike tools are kind of a thing that I didn't really know about. But I have a son on the way, getting ready to be born in April, and I'm probably going to be working on some bikes in the next decade of my life. So, bike tools, speaking of those, here's your classic, three-way. I have seen these before, bike tools, but not with this. Usually they'll have like a few different bits or whatever. And then they sent me this little torque wrench with it. Now, with the torque wrench came the world's smallest quarter-inch ratchet. Little quarter-inch bit ratchet. And that is, apparently, I watched the Last Best Tool guy. Doc, you made a great video about this. You're much better at these type of things than I am. But Doc was saying that this is supposed to go in a Leatherman. So I don't have any Leathermans. I don't believe in Leathermans. I hate Leathermans. But this is supposed to go in there. Cool little accessory for a Leatherman. But also, it does fit into a quarter-inch, regular quarter-inch hex, something like that. It fits in there. So just to have like a little tiny ratchet on the go is actually, pretty neat. This is the smallest quarter-inch bit ratchet I've ever seen. So someday you might need one that tiny. This is just a really, really cool little tool. 60-tooth little ratchet. Very nice. And then, they make these for working on bikes. Real low torque. It's got this thread. I don't know what you'd thread this into, but it does have a quarter-inch hex. So, you put it on a driver, and you can torque this, and it goes to like 3 Newton meters right there. So, torquing little hex bolts down on a bicycle. Maybe that'll come in handy. Nice to have. I'll keep it around. I probably won't ever use that, to be honest, but thanks for sending it to me anyways. 711L. But maybe the coolest thing that I think I might use the most is this 711L triple bit thing. It's just like I'm sure somebody else has made this before, but it's just a cool thing. So this seems like something I would throw in a tool bag. So like, okay, so I just thought of this. So like in this case, which lives in my main tool bag, that we just did the video about, this little case lives right there. It's a great little case. This case is what I live my handyman life out of. I always keep these guys, 1/4 inch and 5/16 magnetic. So what if I threw this 1/4 inch and 5/16, and then maybe I could put a Phillips. These Phillips ACR bits with the grooves cut into them are the shit, by the way. But now you got a 3-way kind of Phillips 1/4 inch and 5/16, both as a quick little driver that you could use it, or like almost like a T-handle in a way, the way this holds, pretty cool. Or you could just use it as a holder in your tool bag for your, for your screw gun when you're ready to use that. I think it's neat that that it can hold these little bits. So I could put that, I could put a Phillips on it, or I could put a bit holder. Oops. I could put a bit holder so that way I'd have whatever bits I wanted. Pretty neat. Then, if I didn't want to do that, let's say I'm working on, you know, something random, I could put this on it. Now this right here, I'm not going to lie, I had to look it up to even figure out what it was. I knew it was a socket extension, but then I pulled it out and I was like, it's a female square drive. Like, what is this? Well, it's actually a hex. So you can put a hex bit in it, and it's got a ball detent here. No magnet, so the hex bits don't fit great. Like, they're not snug in there. They come out kind of easy, but the detent does do it, you know. So if you were in a spot where you wanted to have this on here, you could put sockets. And, you know, I guess it's really mainly a bike thing. It's got to be a, you know, kind of a bike thing, because, you know, you put a socket on there, do what you got to do, and then take that off, slide it out, and you can put a hex bit in it, you know. Just when you're working on stuff, it's nice to have options, as I always say. Now, I will say that I really don't think I'll be using this much, because it doesn't seem like, just the hex bit thing, they come out so easy that it's like, I don't know. It's not magnetic. It's just held in with that detent. So I don't know how much I love it, but it is a neat design. And some people, depending on what you do, might actually really like having something like this. I've never seen something quite like it. It's pretty unique. So, but anyway, I'm going to throw this on there for now. That is a cool tool and a simple design, yet something that I had never seen before. I'd seen bike tools, the three-way, you know, like Torx and Hex tool and or whatever. But I'd never seen anything like this, so that's neat. I think maybe this is gonna go in a kit. You know, I just like the idea of a spinny, like, you know what this might be really great for? Putting a like, this comes with, now it came with this little guy, which is interesting. It's a little holder for real skinny bits like this. I don't know what the deal is with that. That's kind of weird. I don't get that, but it if I had a small little flathead, this is a Phillips Zero, but this would be good for like termination, like thermostats and stuff. So that's actually a really pretty good point there. So let's say, imagine this is a little tiny flathead, and I'm tightening down little thermostat wires, and then I get to where, you know, I don't want to strip them out, but I want to tighten them a little bit and get them just that last little snugness. Pull this out and just crank it, that little last bit. That'd be perfect for that. So might go in the HVAC kit and live there. See how it works. I really like the knurling. The combination of the spinniness and the knurling really just feels right. I mean, I love knurling, and especially on something like this. This right here is just a really comfortable tool to use. That spinny back and knurling handle and that cool design, just neat. So this is called the Lollipop tool. I'll put an Amazon link for their store. They are actually not cheap. I mean, I think this is like $40 or something, which I'll let you decide for yourself whether you think that's worth it or not. But all I'll say is it is a beautiful design, and as far as I can tell, made by some nice folks. The guys that emailed back and forth with me were respectful and totally cool about sending me some stuff with no strings attached, which is the only way I'll accept anything. So, with that being said, that's the 7-Eleven tools. Oh, the last thing I'll mention is this right here is really a nice thing to keep in your shop. This is a super strong magnet that holds this, and these little things, they have magnets. They hold the bits. So you can put your favorite bits in here and keep this on the top, and it's actually a very nice, workbench tool. It also sticks on the bottom. So, anyway, if that intrigues you, click on the link or whatever and check it out. It's a neat little product, and I'm going to put a video out into the world about it because I think it's cool. So anyway, thanks for watching.